All right, guys, it's 7:07, so just a few minutes into the 7 o'clock hour here. I am just at about break even. You can see down not even full half a pip yet, so just sitting at break even. But if we take a look at the 5-minute, it did exactly what I was hoping it would do. Retest the 21, not break it. You can see it put 2 pins through it, not break it, hold it, and now maybe continuing higher off of it. So I'm not getting out of the trade yet. I'm not getting too excited yet, but the pullback to the 21, the hold of the 21 tells me that there's still support here, tells me that we could still see a move higher. If we go back to the initial push up here at about 3 a.m. and use that pin to create ourselves a zone, you can see that's why we've been moving sideways. We're trapped in the top end of this range since the push up at 3 a.m. We pushed up overnight in the beginning of the London session, consolidated sideways now as we're headed into the New York session, and hopefully in the next hour or so as we head towards 8 o'clock when New York officially opens, then we can see this thing really start to kick up even higher. If we can get above this zone, get above 192.43 and hold again, I'm going to feel even more confident that we're going to move higher. So let's leave these zones on here. Let me just extend this all the way across for us so we can keep an eye on this, and then we will check back in a few minutes as the trade continues. But we're holding the 21, holding the structure, looking like we're about to push back outside the 8 EMA. So I'll check back in with you guys as the trade develops. Excuse me. All right, everybody, so it is now 7:30, almost 7:31. You can see I'm up 13 pips in the trade here on the MetaTrader 4. So if we switch over, look at the breakout here. You see the RSI was falling, price action was rising, creating that divergence, but what happened? RSI broke to the upside. That tells us that price action should also break to the upside. So now that we've broken, of course, it could come back down and retest that trend line, this white trend line, the divergence line, but I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting more movement to the upside here because the RSI broke out. Now price action is broken out as well. So both confirmations telling me that we should move higher here. Like I said to you before as well, looking at the 15-minute time frame, we cleared for a new high of day, still holding outside the 8 EMA. That tells me we have space to move higher. So using the 5-minute to identify that divergence, watching to see, does it break? Do I need to get out? No, it held the EMAs, it held structure, and now it's continuing to make higher highs. This is the kind of trade you want to be involved in. This is how you manage it properly. So now that we've created the divergence and broken it, if we do break back down to the downside and start breaking EMAs back down into this level, that's when I'll say, okay, the divergence is still kicking in and we might need to move off the trade. But like I said, I know I keep saying that, but like I said, because we're breaking out, because we're holding that market structure, you want to read and react to what the market is telling you. Not try to forecast, oh, it's at the top, get out now. No, relax. Trust your analysis, trust your trades, trust your system. And if you don't have one, you should be working with us because I can show you how to do this too. So it's 7:32. I will pop back on in a few minutes and show you guys how the trade continues to develop. All right, guys, it is 8:15. I'm up 17 pips here on the trade. Things look good. We're pushing off for another new high of day, off the 21 EMA here on the 5-minute. Again, I just want to kind of recap with you what I think has happened so far. So we liked the breakout this morning, but as we got closer to 8 o'clock, it did start to slow down. It started to get a little choppy. It was up 10 pips, up 2 pips, up 10 pips, up 3 pips. Very choppy as we went into 8 o'clock. The reason for that was probably this medium impact GBP news right here, that orange folder. It didn't shake us out of the trade, but it did cause a pretty nasty pullback here past our entry price actually to the 50 EMA on the 5-minute. But now that that news is in, you can see the trade is ripping here. Now all the way up to 192.65, 192.67. Look at this thing, I'm up 24 pips. So I'm going to switch over to my phone here and look to see if I can take a little bit of this thing off as we're getting closer here. So let me close a little bit. Right there. Cool. So I just locked some in there at 25. Let me message the guys. Here, look, I'll show you. Just sent them a message here in the VIP chat. Just closing half the trade here. And now we'll let it sit. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? Since I closed half, follow the plan, move the stop loss right into profit like that. Now I can't lose any money on this trade. You can see ADR is pretty close to maxed out now at 94%. We've moved 184 today. ADR is 194, so maybe another 10 or so off that. You know what? Let me take a little bit more off here. Getting some push after the news, that's good. Let me send them another message. So I'm telling them I have 25% of my original position still on. Stop loss in profit. Cool. Awesome. So I was in at 192.39, out at 192.63 and 59. So a really, really nice trade here so far, guys. So I will leave it be from here. Probably gonna see if we can get a little bit more push, but if we start to break down, I'll close it. I won't even let it stop me out in profit there. I'm up 16 right now. A nice trade, 8:15 in the morning, easy.